Tom here, Flip Anything USA. So on my channel, I share how I've made my fortune in real estate. Started at 19 years old, was a millionaire in the 80s. Wrote a book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. It's been a bestseller on Amazon, Audible, Kindle. I also have a mentorship. Mentorship is at flipanythingusa.com. And today we're going to talk about Chris Crone. No, I'm not a big fan of Chris Crone's, and I'll tell you why.
It's the best thing I ever did.
So look, Chris Crone, he does these videos. It's hard for me to watch him. It really is. Because I go away learning nothing. Let's take a look, and I may speed him up too.
Hey, check it out. I've got a whole team of my people that work for me. How you guys doing? Yeah. Awesome. Check it out. I have brought this amazing spinning wheel in.
See, this is already what I'm talking about. It's fluff, right? This is what is maddening.
I'm going to double your salary. Yeah. Does this sound good? Yeah. All right. Now check it.
So I'm guessing these are the folks, these are his experts that answer the phone when you have a problem. We'll see.
Now, if you hit any other colors, you're fired. Unwilling to play? Who wants to spin? That is a high-stakes poker game, and it's based on this idea, real success in life. Does it really come down to hard work? Does it really come down to luck? Which is it? There's a huge divide in America today on real success and where it comes from. Luck, hard work. We're going to look at the science. Let's find out together.
So he's setting up, is success luck or hard work? So we'll look at that. But now take a look at this intro. It's what they call the Superman intro. It's like bigger than life. Look at me. We'll watch this.
Man, can you imagine a world where fatalists believe that ultimately their life is going to go well or poor based on someone else's choice? They have no control, or rather it's spinning the wheel of luck on whether you're going to double your income or whether you're going to lose your job.
See, he sets up these scenarios that really are pointless. Please hit subscribe, hit the like button. But let's watch.
There are people out there today that genuinely believe that success is a byproduct of luck. In fact, recently in an interview, I saw a follower of Elon Musk call it out and basically say that all of his success was based on luck. And he said, you know what, you're right. It has nothing to do with the fact that I work 100 hours a week and I've done X and Y and Z, etc. And I'm like, oh, geez, that guy is totally going to go toe-to-toe with him. And I think they're going to exchange some words. Did hard work create that?
See, this is the thing. He's so juvenile. The kind of video that he sets up from the beginning, you feel like Pee Wee Herman's going to step on stage. Yeah! But let's keep listening.
It's amazing that society is so torn that today we're actually making a video about this, because in life
I don't think this is about the society. I think this is about guiding people into his funnel.
There's some people that have created this monumental success, and yet we also know that there's an older generation that says, the only way to have real success in life is if you work really hard. You think it's really about rolling some dice and getting lucky?
Already, he's kind of making fun of the people that probably love you the most, care the most for you. Now, don't get me wrong. Success comes from hard work. Now, if you're second generation wealth, you inherit your wealth. I mean, that's not really success. That's just inherited wealth. So now we'll go back into more stuff that doesn't have anything to do with money, but let's watch.
Do I feel lucky, punks? So one of the top business magazines, Inc.com, came out with this article and basically said America today is super divided. There are two very popular opposing sentiments regarding luck and hard work.
I don't see anything about luck in that article, in that caption, by the way.
58% of Americans, they said, believe working hard is essential to becoming wealthy. Now guess what? That 58% is more than 50% because today's America still is represented by people that aren't millennials. These are people that belong to the old vanguard, the older generation. Frankly, even my dad was a German immigrant who came here. You know what? My dad said hard work is the only way that you're going to get anywhere in life. He also said you have to get really good grades and go to...
You got to not be anybody's fool. What I teach people is I teach people how to make money, how I made my money. And I use example after example of real-world examples. I show the actual houses that I bought, the buildings, the apartments that I bought, the commercial properties, the retail centers that I own. industrial buildings and complexes that I own. And I talk about the details, how I bought them and how they bring in income. And I have hundreds of thousands of dollars a month that come in.
Hey, yo, stop and listen. Time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything. USA, go.
It's a teachable skill. And I think one of the things that why I'm critical on Chris is you never learn anything. I mean, he can reference an article or this or that, but this is really a pitch to get you to invest with him more than anything. I know he's got a course too. I've got emails from people that are very frustrated. And that's the worst thing, is losing your seed capital. I got a guy, maybe I'll share his email here. This kid who written me and said, I'm very frustrated with this, that. And I said, well, you're on $1,000, whatever. Learn from it. And he says, no. He goes, I had my $1,000. He goes, but it was a $5,000 course. And I said, well, I hear that, but I hear they let you in the door with $1,000. That's what I've been told by other people. And he said, no, I that's true. He goes, but they got me to get the whole money. He goes, I borrowed the wife's family, and I borrowed $2,000 from my family, and I had $1,000 of our own. And he goes, and now I don't know what to do. And he just got this thing. And I said, well, look, you just got it. And I said, just call him up and strike a deal, get some of your money back. And I guess he had a guy named Nathan helping. I don't know if Nathan was in that shot or not, but Nathan, there's a guy that's, I'm sure you know who he is. Unless there's so many of them, you mix them up. Let's keep listening.
College, you got to pay all this money for that education, because the piece of paper will declare you smart. Then you'll get a good job.
Okay, God, see, this is the fluff. I mean, I think this is kind of the thing. If you can stand to watch this much Chris Crone, you've already got a stamp on your head that says dumbass. And that's the target. That's the target. He's looking for you. People that are entertained by this.
And this will be so much easier.
I think I'll speed it up.
Entrepreneur, that is the hard way, my son. Let that perfect golden handcuff job take care of you till you die.
The keys to the cuffs are on the back of the door. Could you be a doll and grab them and scoot on over here and unlock me?
However, almost half of the American population has decided that working hard is futile, and only a few select are.
Now, I don't doubt that this article is accurate, and as much as people feel that it's very hard to get ahead, hard to make money, but really the bottom line is you don't make enough. You don't make enough. You need to make more. It's easy to prey on people that don't have money. Really is. I won't do it. I won't have anything to do with that kind of action. Believe me, there's land companies that'll go to the Philippines where people they can't afford to buy the property they're standing on. They used to do it in Hawaii too. People that can't afford to buy on the island that they live on, and so what they do is they sell them on another idea, how you can make your money over here. And then you can take that money at a later date, come back, and then you can buy whatever you want where you're standing. It's an unfortunate thing. And like I say, this kid that just lost $5,000, and not only did he lose $1,000 of his own money, he's $4,000 in debt to his in-laws and his own family. That is what I like to see people avoid. I don't want to see anybody. I tell people, if you only got a few $1,000s, I won't even let you in my class. I don't want your only money. I mean, what I do is a service. I'm a mentor. You can reach me. You can contact me. That's what I bring to the table. Plus 40 years of experience and success. Made tens of millions of dollars doing this stuff. I don't even think Chris Crone can mentor. I don't think he's done enough deals. I mean, he doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the chops. What he is good at is what you see right here, is putting on a show and getting people to get their phone number. And then he has his sales force try to either sell you a course and or find out if you have equity in your home. Because somebody put me on Chris Crone's list, so I've seen the emails firsthand. I've had other people share them with me too. But the prime interest seems to be, do you have equity in your home that you can pull out? To me, this is the worst thing anybody could do, because you don't need Chris Crone to go buy a piece of property and own it with him. If you can buy it on your own, if you have the money to buy it on your own, buy it on your own. But anyways, we'll keep watching.
And you know what? If you read the comments on my videos, if you're a subscriber, you might have done this from time to time, and you'll notice that there's a lot of naysayers. There's a lot of people that watch my content that have never really literally seen me before. They're like, oh my gosh, this guy really believes that you can become successful. Hog walk.
I don't think that's the question. The question is how you became successful, Chris. Share how you make your money. How you make your money.
That's not possible. That's not going to happen to me. It really is a game of luck. So which is it, my friend? Believe it or not, there are some arguments that suggest that luck plays a really major role in
Okay, this is really silly. I'm going to speed this up a little bit and take about as much as I can stand.
life's outcome. For example, you can't tell it from seeing me on this screen, but I'm nearly 6'4". And there's studies that say every person that is 6 feet higher, every inch after, they have like some exponential increase in their income. So someone might say, well, Chris, like crazy hockey fans, and check this out.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. It's just bait and switch. It's like, talk about all this nonsense. All right, I'm going to fast forward through some of this.
Can never seem to quite catch up to them. So literally those that are, whether you become a professional hockey player, that's what we oblivious to, that support our own success, well, works. But
So now there is something to be said about the people that surround you. It's not really about wealth. So look, I didn't come from wealth. I come from divorced parents, live with my dad in a trailer park, a lot of uneducated people, a lot of people with not great jobs, was surrounded by that sort of thing. The education I got was I didn't want to be poor. I did not want to be poor. And I had a great dad. I had a dad that loved me, believed in me. My dad actually made good middle income money while he worked, but he worked in aircraft, and aircraft contracts get canceled by the government and they get opened up again and then they work again. So his income wasn't terribly steady. It put him at a little bit of a disadvantage for sure. And of course he's raising, me and my brothers and sisters. But as far as your own personal success, it really falls on you. Because you know what to do. If you were beaten as a child, you know not to beat your kids. If you were poor, that doesn't feel good. If you realize if your parents aren't educated and they couldn't make any money, or maybe you see how they made money, then you, by osmosis, maybe you're picking it up from them on how to make money. That's all normal stuff.
the saying, bottom line is, if you're in America, you've already won some.
I'm going to keep skipping.
This dude for me is like the definition of hard work. He's freaking like a rancher straight out of Idaho. And dude, I want to ask, like, your upbringing, like, tell me what you were taught about hard work.
Hard work is at the core of everything that you do. You have to work hard if you want to get somewhere.
How often do I make fun of you, however, for working hard?
Daily?
Like, Trent will, I swear, sometimes find the, he's like, well, Saturday morning, I'm actually going to drive up to my ranch for 4 hours. Then I'm going to spend 3 hours and I'm going to build a fence out of wood from trees that I cut down on my property. And then I'm going to drive home that night. And then I'm going to feel satisfied that we laid, 40 feet of fencing as I come home from like a 16-hour day. And I take pride in that. True or false?
True, that was actually my Saturday, and I calculated it.
What we're going to do right now is we're going to get to the bottom of this. Is it hard work? Is it luck? Which is it? Downplaying the importance of change.
He's equating labor with hard work. You can be a surgeon and work hard. You can be a real estate investor and work hard. You can be a con man and work really hard. You follow me? Working hard does pay off. You don't have to go up there and, and shovel gravel or dirt or have a miserable job. But working hard is about digging in, right? I'll give you a perfect example. I had a stepmother to me. It was one of my dad's old girlfriends. She would say, look, you can waitress at a Denny's or a cafe, or you can waitress up at the country club. She said it's the same shitty job, but the tips are a lot bigger. And that's because they get a percentage of the ticket, right? You tip 20-30% of the ticket. Cheap restaurant, 30% of a cheap meal, or do you want to work at an expensive restaurant where you get 30% of an expensive meal? Same job, just one pays better. Working hard, you can work hard, putting fence posts in the ground, and it doesn't pay very much. He sounds like this guy's just doing it for fun, which I can appreciate. You can work hard to build your wealth, and by doing, by disciplining yourself to educate yourself. That might mean studying something. I have a course, Flip Anything USA. I've got a mentorship survey. I prefer people take the mentorship survey. And you'll see, I actually walk my properties that I purchase, share the money that I've made. The ideal thing is get in this if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, don't worry. Plenty of free stuff. Get my book, stick with that. These are phone consultations. I do consult. No pressure to spend any money at all. Listen, you got to do what's right for you. But I even have a 72-hour money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, you can bail. But I can tell you, most people describe what they learned from me as like getting information from a fire hose. In other words, it's a lot. It's a lot of information. But also in my class, by the way, I have testimonials. I don't think I've ever seen a real testimony. Maybe this is going to be one from Chris. I don't know. This guy here, he's actually made over $1 million. I've got others in here. You can see. Look at these, and I got more that I haven't even put in this queue yet. And this is a gal, single mom. She's made money. Eric just made $700,000. But the difference is, I teach everything, and you have access to me. When you have a deal, something to work on, you can reach me by text, and I will do my best to help you. And chances are I've been in that situation before because I probably bought 200 properties, something like that, over the last 40 years, which is only 5 a year when you do the math on it. But these are each deals that I've negotiated every one of them. And I've owned apartment buildings, commercial, retail, I mean, pretty much everything you can think of. Let's get back to Chris here.
And improve your odds of success. Gary Player, the famous golfer and winner of 9 major championships, has said, the harder I practice, the luckier I get. In the end,
Again, anyhow, let's just see where this is going to lead to. More cartoons.
cart and buggy to actual car and automobile.
See, what I'm saying is, if you look here, it says money mindset and real estate investing. I haven't heard anything here that has anything to do with real estate investing. And look at this. We're 10 minutes into a 16-minute video.
The greatest multiplier, and I think this is really the tiebreaker. Angela Duckworth has spent decades trying to find the secrets behind success, and in her book Grit, she presents this equation to illustrate the role of hard work in success. She basically says talent times effort will produce a skill. So, for example, let's say that you wanted to become a really great programmer for video games, for software, whatever.
So he's quoting articles and referring to articles that have some good information in there, but he seems to extrapolate that into, like the other one he was reading earlier, he was referring to people think luck, big divide, that there's luck. But I'd seen in the article there was nothing about luck. There was nothing about luck. It's kind of like an editorial and an opinion on what he's reading in order to take you to, we'll see what. Just take a moment to calculate how much money you've saved over however long you've worked. If you work 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, calculate and see what you have in the bank. Maybe you've done really well, or maybe you don't. Do you have enough to live on for the rest of your life from this point forward? Or just based on the numbers of what you've been able to save thus far, are you going to be able to replicate that again before you get to the age that your kids need to go to school and college and all this other stuff? Most people, they can't. Most people, it's just simply not true. But with the mentorship, it's kind of like going on steroids. If I put everything I knew in a book, it'd be so thick you'd never want to read it. I understand it. So I kind of get you to the most important stuff. But once you start getting engaged in a deal, that's when it really helps to have a mentor, and that's why I'm there. I'll watch a little bit more of this, and then I'm just going to conclude this thing.
They'd rather do little scratch and sniff, seeing if they can win some money because life is going to be even easier. There's got to be something to it. How about we phone a friend? I'm choosing Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world. That's why it's winning. It's Jeff Bezos.
Okay, see, it's just fluff.
Jeff Bezos said, whatever it is that you want to do, you'll find in life that if you're not passionate about whatever it is that you're working on, you won't be able to stick with it. And so I think what Jeff is pointing out here.
And so what Jeff's saying is true. You got to have a passion. I tell people in my class, you got to have a passion. You don't have a passion for it, you're destined to failure. Listen, I've had other businesses and things I've been interested in, but once I lost the passion, I lost interest, and I wasn't in it. And it's there's people that work in government jobs, they hate their job, but they're trapped money. Where else are they going to go and get the same benefits? Benefits are very good at government. That's what you say about government, is it didn't pay well, but the benefits were really good. And so when you got kids and you got a wife that's sick, or maybe you got issues, it's a trap. People get trapped in that. Even if they can make more money somewhere else, they can't beat the benefits and the medical and that sort of thing. Hopefully he's going to get to the point on something.
But for the most part, you control what you can. You can't control hard work. Let me tell you about something about those that are watching this. Like, oh, the family was going to say that. Man, I know that you were hoping that today's video, the answer would be hard work. I mean, so lame. Something my parents were right. Listen, the reality is hard work is always going to accompany those that have the highest levels of achievement at anything that they do. But there are some things that you need in life, and if you don't have the passion, then you should outsource, and you should go to those.
Ooh, I think you're going to outsource the passion to Chris. But my guess is he's got a passion for making money. And so you can be partners with Chris, who has the passion to make money. But the devil's in the details.
I believe that success comes from successful investing, which is often a passive game, and it doesn't require my time. Often people are on my channel, they're watching my social, and they're not going to take any of the advice because they don't want to become an investor because they don't have passion for it.
They don't want to hand their money to Chris, and that's a big difference. What I've seen out of Chris Crone's stuff is he has a course for people that don't have enough money to pull equity out of their home and invest with them, or if they don't want to pull equity out of their home and invest with them, he has a course as an alternate to that. Chris, you can explain it. I'd be happy to go live with you anytime. We can talk real estate, we can talk deals, we can talk about money made on deals, how you made your money on each of your deals. I'll talk about how the money I made on each of my deals. Let's keep listening.
And they don't want to do the hard work. But you know what? I've got a really cool cheat, a hack for how you get around that kind of hard work.
Here it comes. Grab the lube.
Listen, you either combine hard work with passion to get where you want to go in life, or if there's something you want but you don't want to put in the hard work or the passion, you got to partner with someone who has it. My ultimate cheat code in life is by partnering with other people where I don't have the passion or I don't have the hard work that I want to put in. So when it comes to the game of finance and investing and winning and making money, I've got a gift for you. Aww. This book will teach you 5 short hacks to the only things you should invest in that can literally make you a self-made millionaire in less than 5 years. I know because I've done it with so many different people that can literally make you a self-made millionaire in less than 5 years. I know because I've done it with so many different people, and I can.
Well, you should show us those people, Chris. Show us those people. I've never seen it. You know, I'll take him at his word. But show those people that you've whatever helped make millionaires. I've got them on my website. The ones I've helped.
I can help you skip your 10,000 Malcolm Gladwell hours by avoiding the pitfalls and the trial and error, and it's all found in the link below. So when you go click the link below and you look at this book, as long as you'll cover the shipping, the book itself is free. You know, there's a different principle that I also believe.
So there you got the pitch. Basically, all of his videos are always about this. It's always a bunch of fluff going into articles where there's things that are said that are factual and good and decent studies, but you're getting his spin on all of it that ultimately leads to
go click the link below.
Come to him. But it looks like, I got a feeling, because I've seen some emails, he's looking for the equity in your home and for you to invest the equity in your home with him. And the reason I'm so opposed to that kind of investing, not even just singling him out, is if you have enough equity in your home to go buy another property, what do you need anybody for? Because from whenever I've seen Chris do, it's all retail investing. He made a big deal of one video about buying homes, and he was going and basically was buying a couple of tract homes from what he described. That doesn't take any talent. You don't need anybody for that. It's really a perfect storm for making money in that respect. But in 1 year, his portfolio has gone from zero to $1.6 million. You would have got 30, 22?
Yeah, I think I got 27, yeah.
27 properties. You got 27 properties. John, you have to buy that. That is a great property.
I just closed on 2 houses yesterday. It's worth $250. I bought that one for $170.
My first millionaire. My first millionaire student. I don't want to screw around. I don't want to play games going back and forth. What is the absolute bottom dollar? And I'll tell you if I'm going to buy it or not. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this review on Chris Crone's Is Success Luck or Hard Work? Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Please comment below, and we'll see you around.